Good afternoon, fans. This is your girl from Mel'S Mat Chat, and this is your episode 336 of the podcast. I hope everybody had a great WrestleMania weekend. I did. I'm exhausted. I'm still recovering. But really successful weekend. I am just very glad that people tuned in, took notice, and everything like that. Also, I want to thank all the new people that have come onto my channel. Thank you very much. Also, it, we're just going to keep getting going and everything. And since, what do you call that? My son is going to be coming home on the 19th. So the 21st is Dynasty. So what's going to happen is that I am going to be doing preview and predictions on Saturday night. And then right after Dynasty, I'm going to just go live because I won't have the time to do it on Monday because my son will be home. So it is what it is. So that's going to be my coverage for AEW Dynasty. Even though I should be watching it after what the fuck happened, which you're going to get to that when I'm finished with the AEW, because this is going to go right. And then the way is going to be right now. I'm going to do AEW first and then WWE second, because then a pay-per-view is coming up next. So I got to give them some love. But I will give you my thoughts of this whole CM Punk situation after I do the whole thing of the 3 shows of Rampage, Collision, and Dynamite. But please do me a favor while you're here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications. So when I upload a video, upload a short, or go live, you will all know about it. Also, please do me a favor. Go follow me on all social media, which is, I am not checking underneath the table, Mr. LeBeau, okay? So, please do me a favor. Go check me out on all social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, Twitter, TikTok, and Cameo. I'm on Cameo, so go check me out. All Mel's Mat Chat. I am reconstructing my Snapchat. I'm going to probably be putting that into the plethora of all this, put in the plethora of all the social media. So, but I'm still working on that. So give me a couple, maybe a week or two, because I'm a very busy woman. I mean, after all, now it's not just me anymore. I actually have a boyfriend. So I have responsibility to him, I have responsibility to my kid, responsibility in my other adulting situations. And I'm trying here. I'm very busy lately, and I'm very happy about that. And you can tell on my face, I'm glowing, and I'm very happy and whatnot. And he makes me happy. So I'm really thankful for that. So go follow me over there, or follow me on all my social media. So we're going to get to AEW's run throughs, and then I'm going to do Raw, and then I'm going to get you out of here. If you want to sample everything on my channel, please go check it out. I also have reviews of nights 1 and 2, and the last pay-per-view of AEW, which is AEW Revolution. So go check them out. It's on the channel right now. But please stick around from the episode 336. So yeah, the way everything is looking with my calendar situation, let me grab it. Because my son will be coming home on the 19th, and he's not going to be going back to the 23rd. So yeah, that's how it's going to be. So next week, this Thursday, I will be going live at 2 p.m. with episode 3 on Thursday. at 2 p.m., episode 337. All right, let's get everything. But I gotta fucking plug my shit. I gotta plug my shit. Please do me a favor and go check out the people over at Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Visit their website for all your beard essentials. And they also are a great company and they're doing great things for the community. Please also go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Visit their website to stock up on your artillery to murder your thirst. They have a plethora of artillery. You have regular water, unflavored sparkling water, iced tea, and they have sports packs that you could turn any drink, preferably Liquid Death, into a sports drink. Also, if you're a coffee aficionado, please go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Visit their website for all your coffee essentials. And if you're big into goth and skulls, it's a one-stop shop. It's great, 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 great. Also, please do me a favor and go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. They have a show coming up on Cinco de Mayo, which is May 5th on a Sunday, and they already have a stacked lineup. They have La Casa del Gloria. We have House of Glory World Heavyweight Champion Mike Santana taking on Psycho Clown, Sexy Star versus Violet, and Penta El Zeno Mieno versus Phoenix. So just that applies alone is going to get where you want to get to. Please also, they just announced this, May 24th, The War Within. Ken Broadway challenges AJ Francis, Top Dollar, to a 3-on-3 match. So, I'm wondering who those guys can be. And then on Saturday, May 25th, Boston, El Helio Vikingo versus, will hopefully be there, injury permitting. Mustafa Ali will be there, and Mike Santana, the HOG World Heavyweight Champion, will be there. So go check them out, or you can get your tickets at hogwrestling.net. But it will be on Thriller Television, and it's only $7.99 a month. I got the grandfather special because I have had it since it's $4.99, and I will always have it. So I will never be getting rid of my subscription to Thriller, formerly known as Fight. So, all right, let's get to AEW. I hope everybody had a great WrestleMania situation. I felt like I was like an 8-9-year-old kid watching professional wrestling again, and it was the greatest thing. And I actually cried during my review of night 2. So go check it out. You're going to see a very raw and emotional Nell reviewing WrestleMania. And it made me proud to be a professional wrestling fan. And now I don't have to hide it anymore. So, all right, let's get through this. I don't want to waste any of your time. I'm actually, my boyfriend's here right now. So I really want to get this over with because I really want to just be with him right now. And I'm kind of in love, I'm smitten right now and I'm really happy, and hopefully everybody's happy for me. And for all you guys that are like kind of bummed about this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I still love you. Still love you. All right. Rampage. Rampage was coming from the Budweiser Gardens in London, Ontario, Canada. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, versus the House of Black, Malachi Black. Hey, Tony, is there any way that I can get the fuck out of here and go back to my wife? And I'm bringing Buddy along because I think he needs to rescue his mommy from a fucking ex-con. All with all love and respect to my dirty Dom and my mommy, Rhea Ripley. Daniels grabbed back Black to the mat, but Black escaped and hit a shoulder tackle. Daniels used a side headlock takedown and then an arm drag. Black showed off his striking powerness, decking Daniels with a knee to the jaw. Daniels was dazed getting to his feet. Black knocked Daniels out of the ring with a front kick, and Buddy Matthews blindsided the fallen angel with a cheap shot. Daniels retaliated with a flatliner on Black. Daniels dropped Black with an STO. Black countered with a Uranagi. Daniels drilled Black with a high angle Death Valley driver for a near fall. Daniels hooked both arms with angel wings, but Black escaped. Malachi clobbered Daniels with a round kick to the back of Daniels' head. Black blasted Daniels with a roundhouse kick to Daniels' jaw and pinned and knocked out Daniels. Now the House of Black awaits Dynasty, where they'll face Kingston, Copeland, and Briscoe, said Shivani. Perfect person to win. AEW International Championship eliminator match. Roderick Strong versus London Lightning. Strong, welcome to the very first Roderick Strong International Challenge. Come over here, young man. I want to ask you a few things. What is your name? Strong opponent. I'm London Lightning. I'm from where here? London, Ontario. Strong. Hey, why did your parents name you after the place nobody has accomplished anything ever? It's true. I'm champion. I know. Now here's the big one. What do you think your chances are against a wrestling legend like me? And thank you, Mr. Strong, for getting rid of your fucking porn mustache. You're back to being Roderick Strong at NXT. And I'm talking about the one that you fucking goddamn stabbed friggin' Pete Dunne in the back. I love it. I love that. I love it. I love it. I especially loved when he had that dick prick fucking face. And I'm not gonna hide anything from you guys. I mean, I don't do that. This is not what I do. Maybe kind of a little squishy squashy where it counts, if you know what I mean. So London said, I would say with the people behind me tonight, with the people watching from home, my mother cheering me on from the couch, my odds are better than yours. Roderick, not only do I think you're stupid, but I know you're stupid. Roderick hit a shoulder tackle on London, but London fired back with a jumping knee strike. Strong slung London right into the mat. Roderick blistered London with chops in the corner. Roderick stomped London on the back. Roderick nailed London with a backbreaker. London used a Manhattan drop and then a lariat to put down Strong. London Lightning suplexed Roddy. London Lightning climbed to the top, but Roddy rolled out of the ring. London Lightning pulled Roderick back into the ring. London jumped over the top rope with a crossbody to the outside on Taven. Wardlow appeared out of nowhere and steamrolled London with a lariat. Roderick finished London Lightning with a Texas Clover Leaf, forcing the challenger to tap out. There is certainly strength in numbers with Roderick capitalizing on Wardlow's assistance, said Nigel. The Professor, Serena Deeb versus the Infantry's Trish Adora. Blinked and this was over. And I'm not joking. This whole thing, the restructuring of the women's division, is a joke. Deeb took down Adora with a dragon screw leg whip. Deeb put Trish Adora in Paradise Lock and then dropkicked Trish. Trish stunned Deeb with a backbreaker. They exchanged chops in the corner. Deeb painted brush Trish, then struck with a dragon screw leg whip. Deeb nailed Trish with a backbreaker across the middle rope. Deeb continued to work over Trish's knee with another dragon screw. Adora rallied back with a full Nelson bomb for a near fall. Deeb wiped out Adora with a German suplex. Deeb applied the Serenity Lock and Adora submitted. That was it. Final Four elimination match. It's a play on thing because of the Final Four from the NCAA. Daniel Garcia versus the bounty hunter Keith Brian Keith, Action Andretti, and Commander. Keith and Garcia brawled around the ringside while Action and Commander traded Fury of Alves in the ring. Keith hit Action from behind. Keith stood hands with Commander and they double team Andretti with a double gutbuster. Garcia cleaned house on Commander Keith and Andretti. Keith cracked Garcia with a knee strike for a near fall. Commander took down Keith with a Hurricane Rana and pinned Keith. Brian Keith was the first man eliminated. Commander pump kicked Andretti. Garcia planted Commander with a German suplex. Garcia and Andretti wiped out one another with lariats. Andretti and Garcia slugged it out on the apron. Action nailed Garcia with a Death Valley driver on the edge of the ring. Action followed up with an Arabian press to Garcia. Commander knocked them both down with a springboard moonsault. Commander went for another springboard, but Action caught him and countered with a cutter, pinning Commander with the lights, camera, action. Garcia and Andretti were the two final participants. Garcia chopped, blocked, Action, Andretti. Garcia started to work over Andretti's knee. Andretti clobbered Garcia with a backbreaker into the neck breaker. Andretti went for a standing moonsault, but Garcia countered with an ankle lock. Andretti rolled forward and escaped. Action Andretti jumped over the top with a crossbody to Garcia on the arena floor. Andretti hoisted up Garcia, but Andretti's leg gave out. They traded forearms until Garcia kicked Andretti in the knee. Andretti rocked Garcia with a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Garcia caught Andretti with a knee bar and forced Andretti to tap out. And that was it. And that was actually the main event. So we're going to be going to Collision, which was on at 11:30 at night. Who the fuck on a Saturday night right after WrestleMania was going to tune into Collision? If you did, I got to question your sanity at this point. Seriously. Because I went to bed. I was normal. Actually, I did my review and then went to bed. I was a normal person. Lord have mercy. So we're going to go on to Collision. This is where the fucking AEW fucking said, you know what? I think I'm going to take a stupid pill and fucking do what they did. And if you want to know that AEW launched a gaming podcast, what they fucking do? Do we really need that at this point? Honestly. What are they trying to do? Be up, up, down, down? Nobody's going to replace up, up, down, down. Adam Cole is trying to be fucking Xavier Woods. Sorry, I love Adam Cole, but he's no Xavier Woods. And I don't even fucking play video games. Lord have mercy. And to be quite honest, Collision didn't need to be on. Collision was coming from the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. If I said it wrong, sorry. It's Worcester. Some say Worcestershire. I say Worcester. Okay? I am not from Massachusetts, thank Christ. I'm a New Yorker. We just have this bad blood. And it's not fucking goddamn Taylor Swift, okay? It's our teams. Including one fucking goddamn cheater, which is Mr. Tom Brady. No offense, all right? Okay. AEW World Tag Team Tournament semifinal match. FTR versus Top Flight. The winner gets the Bucks at AEW Dynasty 2024. This was a fucking waste of my time. I mean, come on. If you didn't know who was going to fucking win the tournament, you're goddamn fucking blind at this point. Fucking, what's his face? Stevie Wonder could fucking goddamn, see this. And he's blind as a fucking bat. So anyway, Top Flight used tandem offense on Cash, but Cash used his veteran experience quickly rolling out of the ring. Dante used an arm drag to take down Dax. Dante used the sunset flip for a 2 count on Dax. Darius tagged in Dax, but Dax was ready for him. Dax tagged in Cash, and they rammed Darius with double shoulder tackles. Dante was able to reach to Darius for a tag, but Cash chopped away at Dante. Then Dax hoisted up Dante, placing him on the top turnbuckle. Dante escaped and rolled up Dax for near fall. Dante rocked Dax and Cash with a drop kicks. Dax lured Dante outside to Cash, who was lying in wait. Could smash Dante with a clothesline. FTR catapulted Dante throw first into the bottom rope. Dax drilled Dante with a spinebuster for a 2 count. Dax went for a superplex, and Dante's transition to mid-flight. Dante on top of Dax. Darius tagged in and went for a crossbody press, but Cash shoved Dax out of the way, sacrificing himself for his partner, Dax. Darius got slugged by Dax, diving to his knees. Darius cradled Dax for a small package for a near fall. The fans chanted, "This is awesome. This is awesome." Darius planted Dax with a flatliner for a near fall. Dante went for a frog splash, but Dax countered by raising his knee right into Dax's ribcage. Cash rocked Darius with a brainbuster. FTR blasted Dante with a shatter machine, and Cash pinned Dante. No shit. The only thing that was unpredictable is the pin. The winner between FTR and the Young Bucks will be the first ever 3-time tag team champion, said Tony Schiavone. The Bastard Pac versus Encore Moore. Pac rocked Encore with a pump kick and stomped him in the corner. Pac brutally assaulted Encore Moore in the ring. Pac snapped Encore with a vertical suplex and then a brainbuster on him. Pac went to make the statement, locking the brutalizer on Moore and forcing Moore to tap out. If you think fucking that guy was going to win against Pac, you're out of your mind. Pac, All Elite Wrestling. I told you, I warned you, I am done waiting for opportunities that I deserve. So now I take matters into my own hands. Make no bones about it, I'm on a mission to remind everybody exactly who I am. The best wrestler on the face of this planet. Therefore, Okada, Japanese superstar champion, I'm calling you out, lad. Do you think you can survive the bastard? Because I will eagerly await a response. Pac officially called out the Continental Champion Okada, said Tony Schiavone. And I cannot believe people tuned in after WrestleMania for this shit. I can't believe it. Lion Hook, Chris Jericho and FTW champion Hook versus Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty. Taylor muscled Jericho into the corner and jabbed him. Taylor splashed Jericho in the corner. Jericho tagged Hook and they double suplexed Shane Taylor. Lee Moriarty tagged him, but Hook sent Moriarty flying with an overhead suplex. Hook tagged in Jericho, and Jericho lit up Lee with chops into the chest. Hook came back in and tossed Lee around with judo throws. Hook jumped off the top with a double axe handle to Shane Taylor outside the ring. Lee locked Jericho in the Border City stretch. Jericho escaped and applied the Lion Tamer on Moriarty. Hook entered the ring and managed to suplex Shane Taylor, finally tapped out to Jericho. Anthony Ogogo sprinted to the ring and ambushed Jericho and Hook. Ogogo pounded away on Hook. A go-go turned his attention to Jericho and stopped him in the corner. Hook got to his feet, but Shane Taylor came in and knocked Hook down. There is some kind of allegiance here, said Nigel. Lee, Shane, Lee and Shane held Jericho, and then Anthony Gogo knocked out Jericho with a devastating punch. What a blockbuster acquisition for Shane Taylor Promotions, said Nigel. So Anthony Ogogo was part of Shane Taylor Promotions. What the fucking do? He is not going to reach the heights that he was with when he was feuding with Cody Rhodes. Trios match: House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews versus the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, Matt Sydal, and the Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith. Keith cracked Malachi with forearms. Keith rocked Black with an exploder suplex. Black fired back with a rising knee strike. Matt Sydal and Brody King tagged in for their respective teams. Daniels came in and Sydal tried to chop down Brody with their kicks. Brody bulldozed them with the double lariats. Brody followed up with another lariat to Daniels, the legal man. Matt Sydal tagged in and took down Buddy with a Hurricane Rana. Sydal rolled up Buddy for a near fall. Buddy hoisted up Sydal and caught him in the jaw with a knee lift. Brody drilled Sydal with a Dante's Inferno. Brian Keith ran to make the save. Brody nearly decapitated Brian with a lariat. The House of Black triple teamed Keith in the corner. The House of Black surrounded Christopher Daniels. Black blasted Daniels with a roundhouse kick. Matthews staggered Keith with a jumping knee strike and pinned him after the pump handle slam. The rated R superstar Adam Copeland's music began to play. Black walked up the ramp looking for Copeland. Hold on. Sorry. Adam Copeland's music began to play. Black walked up the ramp looking for Copeland, but Copeland blindsided Matthews and Brody from behind. Black sprinted back to the ring to attack Copeland. Mark Briscoe and FTR ran down to the ring to come to the aid of Copeland. The Young Bucks, Matthew and Nick Jackson, came out, but FTR met them on the ramp, and the two teams brawled. Back in the ring, Copeland speared Brody. Briscoe's whipped a chair into Buddy's head, and Copeland speared Buddy. Copeland, backed by FTR and Briscoe, had Malachi Black cornered. Black retreated, seeing the numbers were against him. Nicholas pulled Matthew out of the ring, saving his brother from being beaten at the hands of FTR. Trish Adora versus Yuka Sakazaki. Trish took down Yuka with a shoulder tackle. Sakazaki used a forward roll takedown and a sliding lariat on Trish Adora. Trish grabbed Yuka and nailed her with a black hole backbreaker. Trish applied a crossface, but Yuka got to the ropes, forcing the rep to break the hold. Yuka rattled Trish with a dropkick from the top rope. Trish suplexed Yuka, countering an attempt by Yuka. Trish and Yuka traded forearms in the center of the ring. Yuka planted Trish with a tightrope angle. Trish rallied back with a full Nelson, set out for a near fall. Yuka hoisted up Trish, spun her around, and dropped her face first. Yuka splashed Trish off the ropes and scored a victory. Yuka returns to AEW for the first time in almost 14 months with a win, said Tony Schiavone. The professor, Serena Deeb, walked onto the stage, smiled, and applauded Yuka. Deeb likes what she sees, and very soon, school will be in session, said Nigel. Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli versus The Butcher. Both men locked up. Butcher chomped on Claudio's head. Claudio fired back with a shoulder tackle and a scoop slam. Claudio squashed Butcher with a double stomp. Butcher blasted Claudio with a backbreaker and a suplex. Butcher battered Claudio with forearms. Butcher applied a cross-face submission on Claudio. Claudio got to his feet with a Butcher on his back. Claudio drilled Butcher with a Death Valley driver. Claudio walloped Butcher with the European uppercuts. Claudio hurled Butcher around with a giant swing. Claudio planted Butcher with a neutralizer and pinned Butcher. Another win for the BCC members, said Tony Schiavone. Main event time. Penta El Zito Miedo versus Commander. Commander getting a main event on Collision. My, the days of CM Punk where Collision was great. Penta will have a chance to become TNT champion when he faces Adam Copeland at the Cope Open this Wednesday on Dynamite, said Schiavone. Before we get into this, it was announced that they were going to be showing the All In footage from All In with the Buck, not the Bucks, with Perry, Jack Perry, and CM Punk on Wednesday. Wait till you hear my fucking rant on this one after Dynamite. Penta, El Zito Miedo, and Commander exchange flurry of offense, countering one another to a stalemate at the start of the match. Commander chopped Penta and then cracked him with a kick. Commander went for a handstand elbow, but Penta followed him and wiped him out before Commander completed the move. Commander took down Penta with a Hurricane Rana. Commander jumped out of the ring with a tope, but Penta caught him and pressed him, dropping Commander hard onto the steel ring steps. Penta clocked Commander with an overhead chop. Commander rocketed out of the ring with a tope to Penta El Zito Miedo. The fans chanted, "This is awesome. This is awesome." Commander jumped off the top turnbuckle, but Penta caught him flush in the throat with a thrust kick. Penta stunned Commander with a sling blade and then a destroyer for a near fall. Commander rocked Penta with a Spanish fly out of nowhere. Penta retaliated with a destroyer on the apron. Commander had plenty of fight left in him and backdropped Penta on the ramp. Back in the ring, it became a war of attrition with both men trading strikes. Penta planted Commander with a Made in Japan, but somehow Commander kicked out before the count of 3. Commander splashed Penta with a tornillo for a near fall. What is it going to take to win this thing? Wondered Schiavone. Commander moonsaulted off the top ropes and onto Penta on the arena floor. Commander walked the top rope and flipped, but Penta was waiting for him with a lung blower. Penta finished off Commander with a fear factor and pinned him. Pins Commander. Penta wins, but there's no losers in this match, said Tony Schiavone. Standing ovation here, both men deserve it, added Nigel. TNT champion Adam Copeland walked onto the ramp and smirked at Penta El Zito Miedo. Copeland and Penta had a stare down ahead of their match on Wednesday, with either man backing down. So Dynamite was coming from Charleston Coliseum in Charleston, West Virginia. And we're going to that right now. right, let's get to Dynamite. And then I'm going to rant, so be prepared, okay? And this first match made me sick to my stomach. Because fucking Tony Khan, I keep saying this, Tony Khan can't get an original bone in his body. And he's always a coattail fucking jerker. At the beginning, everything was copacetic. Now he's collecting former WWE superstars like Pokemon. It's ridiculous, honestly. And it's sad that he's doing this. And the two people that are fucking influencing the way he fucking is acting is two immature little fucking brats. And that's why they call them the Young Bucks. They are proverbial fucking brats that need to have fucking autistic meltdowns to get what they want. And you know what? It's disgusting. I don't like them as people, but they're great professional wrestlers. I can't deny that. But come on, let's call the spade a spade here. They're proverbial children. And they're going to be treated like such. Do you think I'm going to take them seriously in this EVP role? Fuck no. Seriously. My fucking 18-year-old kid acts better than these two. Because they don't know, they think they know shit, but they don't know shit. And I'm not joking. Okay. This was making me sick. When I saw the announcement. AEW World Elimination Tournament match. Samoa Joe. This seems very, very similar. Didn't we see that this kind of match at WrestleMania Night 2, but with a different Samoan and a different Rhodes? Samoa Joe versus the natural Dustin Rhodes. As Samoa Joe was making his entrance, Swerve Strickland ambushed the champ on the ramp. They brawled onto the arena floor. Swerve speared Joe through the table that Samoa Joe propped up against the guardrail. Security pushed Swerve back to the locker room. Samoa Joe eventually staggered to his feet and seemed to pursue Swerve. So Renee Paquette was backstage outside Orange Cassidy's locker room. Renee said Orange would have a match on Rampage this Friday, and she was assured by Orange that he would be addressing the heartless actions of Trent Beretta. TNT Championship match. The rated R superstar Adam Copeland versus Penta El Zio Miedo. Penta speared Copeland and then stuck him with a diving double foot stomp for a near fall. Ken Curry from Connecticut. Hi, how are you? Welcome aboard. Love you. Kisses. Penta El Zio Miedo hit Copeland with a clothesline, knocking Copeland to the arena floor. Copeland got back in the ring, and Penta greeted him with a chop to Copeland's chest. Copeland rallied back with a flying head scissors. Copeland and Penta El Zio Miedo both had the same idea, fighting fire with fire, clubbing each other with lariats and then high boots. Penta El Zio Miedo had Copeland rocked after a sling blade. Penta flipped over the top rope with a dive onto Copeland. Back in the ring, Copeland found an opening, planting Penta face first onto the mat. Copeland applied a modified sharpshooter onto Penta El Zio Miedo, but Penta made the crawl to the bottom rope, forcing the ref to break the hold. Penta stunned Copeland with a standing drop kick. Copeland secured the crossface on Penta, wrenching back once again on Penta, reaching the ropes. Copeland was looking for the Death Valley driver on the apron, but Penta escaped. Penta charged at Copeland, but Copeland power slammed Penta onto the apron. Copeland tried to spear Penta, but inadvertently speared Alex Abrahantes. Penta got to his feet and clocked Copeland with a thrust kick. Penta El Zio Miedo drilled Copeland with an Avalanche Code Red. Penta jumped off the middle rope, but Copeland countered with a spear and pinned Penta El Zano Miedo. After the match, the lights went out, the lights came back on, and the TBS champion Julia Hart was standing in front of Copeland. The House of Black, Brody King blindsided Copeland and began to kick and stomp him. Brody smashed Copeland with a running boot. Brody applied the rear naked choke on Copeland. Willow Nightingale sprinted to the ring and began to ground and pound Julia. Brody pulled Julia out of harm's way. Copeland got back to his feet and decked Brody, forcing him out of the ring. Brody and Julia retreated while Brody barked at Copeland. Yes. How long have you been following wrestlers? What did you think of WrestleMania 40? What I thought of WrestleMania 40, what you could do right now is go check out my reviews, and those are how I thought of everything. But how long have I been following wrestling? Since I'm 3 months old, and I'm 41 now. I know I don't look 41. Thank you, Ken, for those questions. I really can't wait to get super chats. I'm really excited about that. So I got to get me to 1,000. Come on, get me to 1,000. Thank you so much. It's on the channel. So it's under WWE reviews. So it gives you I got you, the where it's supposed to be and everything. I'll give you a little bit of a hand on that. Thanks, Ken. Renee Paquette was with the ROH World Champion Mark Briscoe. I thought he had it in this the Continental Championship. I don't understand this. And Mad King. Sorry, World Champion Mark Briscoe and Mad King Eddie Kingston. TNT champion Adam Copeland, Willow Nightingale, and Stokely Hathaway interrupted Renee's interview. Copeland said he wanted to make sure Briscoe and Kingston were good for their trios match against the House of Black at Dynasty. Briscoe and Kingston assured Copeland they were ready. Stokely, what about next week on Dynamite? You put that TNT championship on the line against Willow Nightingale. Willow, no. That's not what we're saying. Stokely, Brody, I saw you beating up on Adam. Julia, you tried to get me with that mist, but not this time. So Dynamite next week, what do you say? We team up, Adam. Copeland, I've got an idea. Before Dynasty, before the three of us rated our chicken hawks. Oh my fucking Jesus. I am sorry, Adam. But you've gone from being the GOAT to the joke. And I'm not joking. It hurts me. It pains me as a wrestling fan to see this. I just made that up before we take out the House of Black. Willow, what do you say, me and you against Julia and Brody next week on Dynamite? Willow, yeah. Okay, here we go. The Young Bucks, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, were in their dressing room to present backstage footage from All In London 2023. Matthew told Nicholas to set it up with a little context. Nicholas said AEW has a massive pay-per-view coming up in April 21st. AEW Dynasty. Taking place at Dynasty will be the finals of the tag team tournament featuring FTR against the Young Bucks. Nicholas said the last time they wrestled FTR was at All In, and he still has some wounds that they haven't healed. I cannot wait to rant on this. I'm itching to. Matthew said night before the match, there was an incident backstage involving two individuals, the first being a scapegoat in this entire situation. Fuck you, Bucks. Jack Perry. Nicholas interrupted Matthew and said the individual tried to make this entire show about himself. Yes, because he wanted to make it for the fans, not about yourself, fucking the Bucks or the jokes. You sons of the bitches. I swear I cannot wait till the end of this run through so I can fucking goddamn tear this whole thing apart. Because I am done. I'm done Tony Khan is a fucking joke in the world of professional wrestling. He has no fucking clue what the fuck he's goddamn doing. As a matter of fact, this individual happens to be good friends with FTR, which got me thinking maybe FTR were the masterminds behind the entire thing. Matthews said the innocent threw them off their game, and FTR should come with an asterisk in the history books. But this whole situation had nothing to do with the fucking Bucks. Had nothing to do with the Bucks. It had to do with CM Punk and fucking Jack Perry. Nothing more, nothing less. So whose fucking ego and whose fucking goddamn self-esteem is little here? Ever when CM Punk was in AEW, they had no fucking clue about you guys. Because you didn't want to fucking goddamn do business. And guess what? Guess who's reaping the fucking benefits? Fucking WWE. And guess what? Guess what? He is now more fucking over than you two are right now in fucking AEW. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. I'm not finished with this yet. Nicholas said Dynasty, they weren't shaking hands with FTR and called them pricks. Be ready, said Nicholas. So then FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood came out to the ring to rebut this whole thing or get their orders from Tony Khan, which fucking Adam Copeland looked like a moron going out there. Fucking goddamn, because he needs to defend AEW. Fucking a year prior, he was fucking waving the WWE flag, and he said he would never go and fucking say anything derogatory about WWE. You know what? He is a big fucking hypocrite. Great in the ring, hypocrite in person. Anyway, Cash comes out and says, "Why are we showing this? What are you two hoping to accomplish other than having a built-in excuse as to why you lost at Wembley?" Exactly. I'm sick and tired of hearing about this and talking about this. Everybody back there, us, we are ready to move on and put this in the past. But instead, we're showing videos from 8 fucking months ago. Because the Bucks can't let go, they lost to FTR. At Dynasty, we have to beat you. It's not for legacy or history. It's because I'm sick of you. Cash, thank you, my brother. Dax. So our bosses. So that's our bosses. Every interview that they have let us all know that without them, hundreds of people would be out of a job. And without AEW, probably wouldn't exist. The scary thing is I don't necessarily disagree with them. Without the Bucks, I might still be shaving Cash's back. Fuck you, Dax. Why are you fucking doing that? Because that now reflects to Triple H. And Triple H was fucking good to you too. And let me tell you something. If you're offered a fucking contract, you're going to take it and go back. Just like everybody else goes back to the WWE. And let me tell you something. Fucking, you better be thanking Cody Rhodes, Mr. Dax. Because of the Young Bucks, we have something that makes them sick. We have eclipsed them and as the absolute best tag team on this planet. No lies detected. And as one time the Bucks cared about AEW, but somewhere along the way, whether it's greed or jealousy, you guys lost that. And now 3 other letters have taken over. The only things you care about is what's best for the EVPs. So if it takes my last breath on our backs, we will continue to build this place. We are building the future of all professional wrestlers. We are building this for every person who spends their hard-earned money on one ticket to get lost in our drama and our action. We are doing this for you. And if the Young Bucks don't want to be part of that AEW, grab your ball, go home. We got this. This ain't about Wembley. This is about AEW. a company I love, an industry I love, but more important, and this is about the AEW World Tag Team Championships. The two teams walk in. One team walks out, the first ever three-time AEW World Tag Team Champions. The Young Bucks, you may have built this foundation, but we will put the roof on top of this house just to blow it right off. Top guys out. Now I'm gonna shit on fucking Will Ospreay. Thank God he's not in WWE. And you know what? Triple H is gonna fucking hear this, and guess what? He's gonna pick up his cell phone. He's gonna go, "Hey, Ricochet, yeah, boss. Um, how about I now start presented you in a prominent way. How about you become our Will Ospreay and do me a favor, knock it out of the park, because what I know of you and what I've seen of you in Takeover New Orleans, we need that Ricochet. We need the one and only Ricochet. Yeah, boss, I got you." Fucking Will Ospreay could go back to fucking England and fucking goddamn be with his wifey and fucking be the little bitch that he is. Great professional wrestler, fucking sucks as a human being. The fucking man didn't mention you by name. Stop fucking goddamn sweating WWE AEW fans and AEW employees. Because let me tell you something. Do they sweat you? Right now, they're on the biggest hot streak you could ever fucking imagine. They're going to France. You've only been over to fucking Europe once with your company. Tony Khan does not want to fucking goddamn change, doesn't want to do anything. He's going to be stuck in his ways. Guess who that reminds me of? And I've been saying it for fucking ever. He reminds me of fucking Vince McMahon. And you know what? I can't fucking help you guys. Triple H is now the fucking goddamn best booker. He is the fucking man. And let me tell you something, coming from a Hunter Hearst Helmsley chick, because I've been a Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I've been through the Triple H. I've been through all the facets. All right, since he's come to WWE, I've been there. You guys haven't. I've been through Black and Gold. I've been through the COVID. I've been through every facet of Triple H. This Triple H. See, I've been telling you fucking people with the fucking pea brains of a mind. Let Tony Khan have his fucking fun. Let Tony Khan have his fun. Fucking Triple H got the fucking goddamn poke of his life. He is not even out of the fucking cave. He is just rummaging around and scratching his ass. He's looking around the cave and just toying. Wait, you get this guy out of the fucking cave, you wake this beast and you bring him outside. Tony, get your affairs in order. Get the fucking company in order, because you're going to be into a fight of your life. Triple H is going to wipe the floor with you, and I'm here to see it. I love AEW, but I cannot stand Tony Khan because he reminds me of Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon makes me sick to my stomach. So Will Ospreay, another one on my fucking hit list after this. Ospreay, I've been thinking about this all week. There's a rumor going around that I'm afraid of the grind. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea where that conversation has come from. I travel every week from the U.S. to the U.K. and back. I'm delivering some of the best professional wrestling matches this world has ever seen. And normally I would take the bait. But since the guy who said it, the only position he said it is the only in the position that he's in because he was grinding the boss's daughter. You are in no position to tell me what the grind is all about because you have no idea what I'll fight for. So let this be a little painful jab back at you, not to throw stones at an assassin with a machine gun. Will, you really want to tangle with him? Maybe you're better off without being in WWE. Maybe you're a little salty, right? You're a little salty that you weren't at WrestleMania. You weren't getting you were where the fuck were you on WrestleMania? Why wasn't fucking Tony Khan had you at fucking Ring of Honor? Why didn't you do this? Why did you do that? Because you're an overpaid fucking twit that was told to fucking dumb down your fucking new moveset because you were going to fucking be in a goddamn wheelchair by the time you were 40. So then he gets on to his fucking actual match at Dynasty, which is Bryan Danielson. Now, Bryan, you said I'm stronger, faster than you, which I am. And you said the only way that you have a chance of beating me if you can ground me. But healthier and younger and better than you, I've tried and failed. But Bryan Danielson, you are a living legend in this game. And I cannot say I'm the best wrestler in the world until I pin you at Dynasty. This is AEW where the best wrestle, where the best wrestle. It's my time, Mr. Danielson, to show up every single person to show every single person what I'm about. And this is why I'm the ace of AEW. Bryan Danielson, you find out Sunday, April 21st. Why my name is Will Ospreay and I'm on another level. Will, please don't fucking poke this bear. He's already got Tony Khan legitimately ready in the oven, ready to smoke his ass. Do you want him to smoke you for the appetizer? Because he can. You are going to go toe-to-toe with on the fucking stick with Triple H. You've got another thing coming to you. He could smoke your ass. He could smoke your ass for a fucking nibble. And I'm not joking. Poor Renee Paquette was fucking mortified when he said what he said about fucking Triple H and Stephanie. Renee was close. It's probably still close with Stephanie and Triple H. If she doesn't want to be in AEW, they're going to bring her back like this. And it'll be another dig to Tony Khan. And every time they dig at Tony Khan, I support that. What I don't support is doing it to the other wrestlers, unless it's the time or place. But please, WWE, dig at Tony fucking Khan. I support that. Trios match. Lionheart, Chris Jericho, FTW champion Hook, and Katsuri Shibata versus the Governor, Anthony Ogogo, Lee Moriarty, and Shane Taylor from Shane Taylor Promotions. Jericho hit Moriarty with shoulder block and then a lionsault for a near fall. Jericho battered Lee with a short clothesline in the corner. Jericho sent Moriarty for a ride with a Hurricane Rana off the top turnbuckle. Shibata tagged him and mauled Moriarty for a forearm and then a roundhouse kick to the spine. Shane Taylor entered the match and Hook asked to be tagged in, so Shibata obliged. Taylor clubbed Hook with a lariat. Hook fired back with a German suplex to Taylor. Shibata tagged in and cracked Lee with a high boot in the corner. Shibata chopped down Lee and decimated Lee with a running drop kick in the corner. Shibata went for a running kick to Lee, but Lee dodged it. Shibata inadvertently caught Jericho with a kick. Shibata tried to tag out to Hook, but Jericho pulled Hook off the apron to prevent the tag. Jericho asked Hook what Shibata's problem was. Hook and Jericho argued outside the ring, trying to sort things out. Shibata locked in Lee in a sleeper. Shane Taylor ran in and clubbed Shibata with a right hand, and Lee grabbed the pin on Shibata. The argument between Chris Jericho, and Hook left the door open for Shane Taylor to land a big right hand and put him out, setting him up for Lee Moriarty. Said Excalibur. Tempers were flaring, and Hook told Jericho to leave. AEW Continental Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus Cristiano Argentino. Okada leveled Argentino with a back elbow strike. Okada wasn't even breaking a sweat. Okada smashed Argentino with a drop kick and then the Rainmaker scored the pin. Okada, hey Pac, I accept the challenge. I'll see you at Dynasty. So it's made official. The Bastard Pac music began to play. Pac walked onto the stage and paced back and forth, staring at Okada. Pac walked to the ring to confront Okada, but the Bucks ran out and hit Pac from behind. The Elite triple team Pac. The Bucks nailed Pac with the super kick. FTR sprinted to the ring and cleaned house on the Bucks. FTR wanted to hit the Shatter Machine on Matthew, but Okada jumped back into the ring with a steel chair and whacked FTR with chair shots. The Bucks blasted FTR with super kicks and then the EVP trigger. Okada cracked Pac in the side of the head with a steel chair. And the real super kick party was on night one when it was the Usos going against one another. Backstage, we heard from the Ring of Honor six-man championship, the Bang Bang Gang. They ran down the list of their recent accomplishments, including Switchblade Jay White putting a beating on Billy Gunn. Jay White said he wanted another match on Rampage, but he warned the Guns to find him someone else besides Billy. Up next, we have the AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm hosted a Charleston Championship champagne toast for Thunder Rosa. Renee Paquette was on the ramp to introduce Thunder Rosa first. Renee then welcomed Toni Storm. Toni Storm, the floor is yours. Toast away, said Renee. Storm threw a glass of champagne into Thunder's eyes. Storm cracked Thunder in the head with a silver tray. Storm smeared Thunder Rosa's face paint, and that's a no-no. Deonna Purrazzo ran out to aid Thunder Rosa, but Thunder Rosa pushed Deonna away. Deonna stormed off. Mariah May versus Anna Jay. May and Jay. Shit. Anna ducked a shot from Mariah and fired back with a chop to Mariah. The two exchanged overhand chops in the center of the ring. Anna nailed Mariah with a neck breaker. Mariah headbutted Anna Jay. May scored with a drop kick. Anna dodged a hip attack and rallied back with forearms. Anna charged at Mariah and clobbered her with a kick in the corner. Mariah retaliated with a running hip attack. Mariah rolled up Anna and pinned her. After the match, Anna applied the Queen Slayer, not taking the loss lightly. Mina Shikawaka, whatever, from Sarna, sprinted to the ring, having the back of her former partner in Japan. Mariah May, Anna Jay retreated to the back. Mina brought 2 glasses of champagne, gave some to Maya, and then they kissed. Okay. Alex Marvez was backstage with the CEO, Mercedes Moné. Mercedes, Double or Nothing. 5 years ago, history was made when AEW had their first pay-per-view there. And I'm history maker. And I decided to make history yet again. I head to Vegas to be TBS champion because money changes everything. Marvez asked Mercedes, would you rather face Julia Hart or Willow Nightingale? Before Mercedes could respond, the lights went out. Someone attacked Mercedes in the dark. So it's going to be Julia, and I think it should be Julia. And if she does get the title, again, I'm going to be pissed. Because they did this with Okada. Now they're going to do this with Monet. No. She should have came in and fought. Just like Okada. Will is the only one that I'm not pissed at. He's had matches. He's not even going for a title. Thank you, Christ. Main event time. AEW World Title and Elimination Match. AEW Champion Samoa Joe versus the Natural Dustin Rhodes. So we had this match technically twice. Samoa Joe and Dustin Rhodes traded strikes. Samoa Joe whipped Dustin into the guardrail. Joe jabbed Dustin, but Dustin fired back with lariats. Dustin Rhodes was taking the fight to the champion. Samoa Joe headbutted Dustin. Samoa Joe rammed Dustin into the real steel ring post. Dustin Rhodes was busted wide open. Samoa Joe bludgeoned Dustin with more strikes in the ring. Dustin turned things around with a power slam. Dustin Rhodes, Samoa Joe with a code red for a near fall. Dustin went for a running bulldog, but Samoa Joe countered with a lariat. Dustin Rhodes grabbed the world title and brought it into the ring. Dustin wanted to use it on Samoa Joe, but Paul Turner, the ref, warned Dustin not to use it. Dustin put the championship belt down. Dustin nailed Samoa Joe with a crossroads for a 2 count. Dustin Rhodes charged at Samoa Joe, but Joe wiped out Dustin with an STO. Samoa Joe grabbed a steel chair out of the corner and wrapped it around his fist. It was the chain that previously belonged to Swerve Strickland. Ref Paul Turner removed the chain from the ring. As the ref was handing the chain to the AEW ring crew, his back was turned and Samoa Joe seized the opportunity and bashed the championship belt into Dustin's head. Samoa Joe covered and knocked out Dustin and pinned him. Do you think Dustin was going to fucking win? Are you fucking crazy? Samoa Joe applied the sleeper to Dustin after the match, trying to send a message to Swerve Strickland. Swerve appeared out of nowhere and cracked Joe with the house call kick. Swerve Strickland grabbed a steel chain and drilled Joe with the chain-wrapped fist. The locker room emptied and kept both wrestlers apart. Prince Nana handed Swerve Strickland the AEW World Championship, and Swerve held it up while Joe was looking on seething. Collision and Battle of the Belts 10 on Saturday is coming from the Trust Arena in Highland Heights, Kentucky, and Dynamite will be coming from the Indiana Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis, Indiana. So that is that. Now, let's sit a spell. I'm going to spend only about 10 minutes on this because I shouldn't even be giving this my energy, but I'm going to give you my fucking rant on this because I am done with fucking AEW. I'm done with the Bucks. I am calling this right now. I am a CM Punk girl. I am now fully behind CM Punk. There is no doubt. There is no fucking wavering. I am a CM Punk girl. And that is it. I am done with this. I cannot believe that this fucking happened. And I'm not joking. Okay? They go out of their way to announce it during WrestleMania. That's problem number one. They're fucking jealous. They're jealous that they're getting the ESPN, all this, everything. They got Pat McAfee. They got everybody. WWE is just fucking, they're fucking cooking at this point. CM Punk, the Bucks don't like that. They don't like when other people are getting attention. They are a seeking horse. All right. They are proverbial children. And you know what? I am now in the camp that I knew I was right. I've been saying this for fucking years. I've been saying it since AEW was a fucking new and right out of the gate. Second, what the fuck is this got to do with your goddamn match with the FTR? FTR wasn't there. FTR had nothing to do with this matter. So you're going to make it all about you guys and your match. This had nothing to fucking do with you guys. But because WWE was getting so much fucking press, everybody was saying, oh, this is great, this is great. Even Dave Meltzer is starting to turn on you. So you have to fucking goddamn do this. And I have such great feelings. It's like right here. It's like right here in the pit of my bosoms. That I knew what was on here. This wasted everybody's time. And for the people that fucking had to goddamn watch this, you took fucking precious time off of TV where matches could have been held. You should have done, if you were going to do this, do it the right way. You could have done this on fucking social media. Because it didn't reflect the fucking ratings. It backfired. And you know what? I'm hoping that this whole debacle, this whole fucking fiasco, costs you a deal on TNT and TBS. That means no longer AEW on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Fridays. And you know what? We're going to blame you for it. Tony Khan needs to get rid of you two. Yes. You may be EVPs, but you're costing him his company. You're a detriment to professional wrestling, and I've known it all along. It makes me sick to my stomach. And you know what? CM Punk is right now in Chicago with on the couch, relaxing his arm, probably getting a nice massage by April, and saying, you know what? I'm glad I'm home. I'm glad I'm hanging out with Triple H. I'm now a Triple H guy. Because he's home. He's making money. He's fucking doing this. He had the greatest wrestling. He was having a blast. And for the people who said, oh, he shouldn't have put his hands on Jack Perry, saying it was unprovoked. Unprovoked. Words provoke people. Maybe he told him that he got too close and he pushed him away. Like, get out of my space. I want to do that. I've done that. I said, get out of my space. You're in my personal space. Get out of here. And when fucking CM Punk goes to NXT, he's having a blast. When he goes and he's talking to the younger people on the main roster, he's having a blast. That's what he wanted to do. You guys fucking told everybody else, don't take his advice. Look what, you know who's benefiting fucking from his advice? Roxanne Perez, NXT Women's Champion. Who's benefiting right now? Damian Priest, World Heavyweight Champion. Who's benefiting? Cody Rhodes, WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. Who else is benefiting? Sami Zayn, Intercontinental Champion. We have new tag team champions on both shows. Who's benefiting from that? Everybody benefits from CM Punk. It's a bitter pill to swallow with me. But I'm doing it because, you know what? I see it now. I was wrong, and I'm glad I'm wrong about CM Punk. He is in this for the business. He loves professional wrestling. WWE is now professional wrestling. They're no longer sports or entertainment. They're a little bit, but they are professional wrestling. AEW is a fucking independent company, an indie show with just a TV deal. And it's sad from what I've seen in year 1 to year 5 now, it hurts my heart. I'd rather watch New Japan. I'd rather watch MLW. I'd rather watch TNA than watch this shit. And then you got people going over there and fucking jerking fucking Tony Khan's cock because they don't want to fucking piss him off. I've been telling people this for fucking years. You say anything about AEW in a derogatory way or in a very critical way, you are the Antichrist. I've been saying this for fucking years. But nobody seems to fucking want to listen to me. You're going to listen to me now? Tony Khan is a joke. Tony Khan is wasting his fucking money. Profits are down. Ticket sales are down. Fucking merchandise is down. And their fucking video game sucks. They got the fucking makers of No Mercy or SmackDown versus Monday Night Raw. They still fucking can't get the job done. As of right now, what they did, they legitimately fucking buried the company. Nobody's going to want to go there. They're going to want to go elsewhere. And it's sad. Tony Khan also has to stop signing talent just to sign talent so fucking Triple H doesn't get them. Who the fuck knows? Could you imagine if Kazuchika Okada signed with WWE? If he would have signed with WWE when he went and signed with AEW, he would have had a match with Shinsuke Nakamura. That was a plan if he was going to come in. Shinsuke wanted Kazuchika at WrestleMania. And with all the rating situation, those three haven't made a fucking dent. You know what? I'm going to look up to see if I can get this on my YouTube. I want to see if I can go and look up if they have this as on their fucking, let's see, AEW. Let's see if they have this whole situation on and videos. They've got to have this fucking thing on. Yeah. It only did 272,000 fucking views. Let's go back to WrestleMania 40 when he was on commentary for the Drew McIntyre match and Seth Rollins match before Damian Priest cashed in. Okay. WWE. Let's see. Videos. Okay. Give me a second while I go and press conference. The two fucking goddamn things. The McIntyre wins and it was 487,000, and then Drew McIntyre cashes in on Damian Priest cashes in after CM Punk. And guess how much? 1.4 million. Tell me when I'm telling lies. CM Punk is a draw. That's why he's back in WWE. Let's just enjoy it and smile at it. I'm going to reiterate this. I love AEW, but the management sucks. I have AEW merchandise that I bought. I can't wear it because it hurts my heart. So for all you AEW fucking goddamn cocksuckers, you gotta fucking start opening your eyes and start opening your ears because I can't help you anymore. You are a lost cause. I love professional wrestling, and what they're doing is killing the company. There was a saying, fucking goddamn the Bucks, they say, we're killing the business. You sure are. The Young Bucks are killing the business. They're killing AEW little by little. And it's sad. Anyway, let's get on to bigger and better things. Let's get on to something happy. Monday Night Raw right after WrestleMania. Please do me a favor while you're here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all the notifications so when I go live, upload a video, or put out a short, you will all know about it. Please also like me and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X/Twitter, TikTok, and Cameo. All Mel's Mat Chat. I'm getting Snapchat back up. So, I gotta come up with another username because my old one, they won't allow me to have the same one back. So I might be picking a number that's closest to me. And then, I want one number. I think I'm gonna do because my mother died on the 26th, so I might do 8, or something like real Mel's Mat Chat or real real Mel's Mat Chat or something like that. But if you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's Mel's Mat Chat 510. All right. Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. We had the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will make his first appearance as the undisputed WWE champion, and he could unveil a new design belt, which he didn't. The Judgment Day to celebrate Damian Priest's monumental WWE World Heavyweight Champion victory. Bronson Reed confronted newly crowned WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. We could see a surprise returns and debuts. Awesome Truth to appear as new Raw Tag Team Champions, and the fallout of WrestleMania. So the post-WrestleMania episode of Raw opens up with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee welcoming us to the show. WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque went to the ring to open the show, which still gives me. The WWE Universe starts chanting, "Thank you, Hunter." Triple H starts off by saying he came out to thank the WWE Universe for a special WrestleMania. Triple H then says it was the greatest of WrestleMania of all time by every metric and standard. Triple H thanked the fans again. Triple H then welcomes everyone to Raw. Triple H then notes that he said it was a new era. Triple H then brought out the man who will lead WWE into a new era. The undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and Cody makes his way down to the ring. Now, if you're wondering, when you watched Raw, you've seen a very small setup. It's not the big grand stage with the Titantron and everything. Because of the fact that it's going to be on a need to do basis. If they're selling a lot of tickets and they can get more people in, they're going to use the smaller setup. If they can't sell the tickets, they're going to use the bigger setup. So, get those tickets. Get those tickets. You're going to, seriously. So, Cody Rhodes starts off by shaking hands with Triple H, which was, after what they did, and he did. I got verklempt. Triple H then raises Cody's hand, and Cody continues to celebrate. The fans chanted, "You deserve it." Triple H then congratulates Cody and says Cody deserves it. Triple H then says WWE set an attendance and a gate record on Monday night. Triple H then says some guys at the studio made something special for Cody and has sent it shown on the big screen. It was sent to Triple H. He saw it. He's like, this is too good to be just sharing with Cody. We're going to share it with everybody. And fucking Triple H delivers to us, treats us. We've been good little boys and girls. We were very appreciative. He rewards us just like a good father, a good parent. Like, hey, these great children deserve to have this and shared and everything. See, when we're good, we're good. We get what we want. If we're not good, they're going to fucking turn on us. So we continue to act accordingly. A video of backstage package then plays about Cody Rhodes' journey to the title. Triple H then hugs Cody and says something in his ear. Cody then puts the undisputed WWE Universal title down and kisses it. Cody is still emotional as he asks the crowd what they want to talk about. Cody then says he felt like he knew what he wanted to talk about. Cody then asks Samantha Irving to introduce him as the new undisputed WWE champion once again, and she does. Cody then looks back on Raw after Mania 2 years ago when he revealed his dreams of winning the world title and says it finally came to reality. Cody then says he and the fans are standing on top of the mountain. Cody then brings up Roman Reigns and gives him credit, call him perhaps the most important superstar of this generation. Cody thanks Reigns and says he was destined to defeat him. Cody then brings up footage of his daughter as he talks about his why. Cody then says he goes to work to fight as the champion now, not just as a competitor. Cody then says the line is now behind him. He is now the line. He's not standing in line. Cody also says he once was undesirable, but now undeniable, and he is the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. So we hear, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The final boss, The Rock, then interrupts carrying his People's Champion title, which was gifted to him by the widow of Muhammad Ali, WWE Hall of Famer. The Rock makes his way down to the ring and he stands across from Cody. The Rock starts off by saying he came out to give Cody his flowers, but insults the live crowd. The crowd boos The Rock. Cody then raises his title and gets cheered. The Rock then raises his title and gets booed. The Rock then says he came out to give Cody his flowers because he did it. He beat Roman Reigns. The Rock then looks back on whooping Rhodes like a dog and brings up Cody's mom. The Rock then says Cody's father in heaven had a smile on his face when he won. The Rock then says Dusty Rhodes was his hero. The Rock then says Cody did it, and now he has a new title. The Rock then brings up his own People's Championship and says Cody asks if the Cody can hold his title. The Rock then says he loves wrestling and he loves holding the titles. And he has never held that one. Cody then agrees to let him hold it if he could hold The Rock's title. So they swap titles, which I think that was bullshit. I would have fucking said, hey, no, this title is my title now. It's no longer part of the bloodline. You have no stake or claim to it. You may be on the board of the board, and you may be my boss, but I'm the champion now. Roman Reigns isn't. You have no power here right now. I run the shows. You don't anymore. Anywho, The Rock and Cody then swap titles, and The Rock puts on the undisputed WWE title around his shoulder. The Rock then says it just feels right. Both men then give each other titles back, and The Rock thanks Cody. The Rock then says he has to go away for a little while, but doesn't want to go. The Rock then says he made wrestling cool again, as did Cody. And I like that line. I like that line. The Rock then says that when he comes back, he will be coming back for Cody, whether he's champion or not. Cody then says he's looking forward to it. The Rock then reminds Cody that he beat him on Saturday. The Rock then tells Cody their story has just begun. So that's going to be SummerSlam right then and there. Cody then says The Rock is his boss, but he is the people's champion. Cody then says that means he is The Rock's champion. The Rock admits that Cody is his champion. The Rock then says he has to give Cody one last thing, and he puts something in his hand. The Rock then tells Cody to never break his heart again. The Rock then says, if you smell what the final boss is cooking. I'm wondering what The Rock has given Cody. People are saying it's the Rolex. People are saying it's a Zippo lighter. I think, in my mind, it's like a symbolization of Roman Reigns giving the power over and whatnot. Like he's getting the keys to the kingdom, basically. We then see the Judgment Day, Awesome Truth, and Sami Zayn arriving at the arena earlier today. Shinsuke Nakamura makes his way down to the ring for the first match of the night. WWE NXT champion Ilya Dragunov makes his way down to the ring as the commentary announces that the draft will take place on April 26th and then the 29th. And Ilya Dragunov will be in the match, the draft. So the match starts off with Nakamura hitting Dragunov with a kick. By the way, this was an hour of free commercial. Both men then exchanges forearms shots, and Nakamura hits a series of knees on Dragunov, oblique. Dragunov responds with an enziguri and a splash in the corner, then delivers a knee to Nakamura's midsection off the middle rope. Dragunov then hits Nakamura with a couple of German suplexes and a Constantine special, then climbs to the top rope and looks for a senton. Nakamura then moves out of the way and hits a sliding German suplex on Dragunov, then follows up with a knee off the middle rope and goes for a pin. Dragunov then kicks out and hits a German suplex on Nakamura, but Nakamura responds with a kick to the back of Dragunov's neck and follows up with a back body drop. Nakamura then nails Dragunov with a knee, but Dragunov delivers a kick to Nakamura and a power bomb. Dragunov follows up with a H-bomb and a torpedo Moscow for a win, and I love that move. So Dragunov, the champion, wins! Holy crap! When they brought fucking Karrion Kross up, they fucking made him lost. Fucking assholes. That's the difference between fucking Triple H and Vince McMahon. He actually made the champion win. What a concept. What a fucking concept. We get a recap of WWE World Heavyweight Championship match from WrestleMania Night 2. And Damian Priest cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. We then see the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre arriving in the arena as we get a graphic promoting the number one contender fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ricochet, the main event, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and Bronson Reed are in the match. And I'm glad Bronson Reed has now kind of crossed over to the main event scene, and I like that. Judgment Day was shown walking backstage, as we will hear from them next, where we go to our first commercial break. So we come back from commercial break. Finn Balor, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and JJ McDonough make their way to the ring, and Balor starts off by saying all haters are wrong. WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley then joins them because Dominic announces her and says that at WrestleMania proved that Mommy was always on top and it was a new era for the Judgment Day. Balor then introduces the new World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, and Priest makes his way down to the ring. The Judgment Day then celebrates, and Priest responds to "You deserve it" chants by saying he does. Priest then tells the fans to rise for the Judgment Day, and he gets that from Aaron Judge from the Yankees, and he was at Yankee Stadium with the WWE replica Yankees belt and the title, and it's just too sweet, right? WWE Raw Tag Team Champion R-Truth then sneaks and joins the celebration. Priest gets frustrated, but R-Truth says that he's only one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. The other half is of the Raw Tag Team Champions. The Miz makes his way down to the ring. The Miz says he doesn't want to be in the Judgment Day, but Truth does. Priest says Truth is not in the Judgment Day, but Truth says he is. The Miz then introduces himself and R-Truth as the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Balor then challenges Truth and Miz to a match for their Raw Tag Team titles. Truth says they can't, as they were three of them. Truth then pitches a six-man tag team match with a third person who was not there. Judgment Day then laughs and attacks Truth and the Miz, and then sends them out of the ring. The Judgment Day then stands tall. Then we have the promo for the draft. Then we go back and we start this match. The match starts off with Dominic Mysterio hitting the three amigos on Truth, but Truth prevents Dominic from landing the final one. McDonough then tags in and delivers some stomps on Truth. Dominic then hits Truth with one of his own while the referee is distracted. Miz then tries getting in the ring, but the referee prevents him from doing so. Dominic then tags back in and lands some more stomps on Truth. Then goes for the pin. Truth then kicks out before he tags Miz in. Miz then nails Dominic with a crossbody, then hits the Miz, kicks on him in the corner, and follows up with a clothesline. Miz then rolls Dominic up, but Dominic kicks out. Miz then hits a double DDT on Dominic and McDonough and goes for a skull-crushing finale. Dominic then escapes and Balor pulls Miz out of the ring. Balor then begins beating Miz down on the outside with McDonough, and Judgment Day sends Miz crashing into the barricade. Miz then looks to tag out to Truth, but Balor keeps him from doing so. McDonough then tags in, and Miz looks to tag Truth in. Dominic then pulls him off the apron and sends him crashing onto the steps. Balor then joins in as McDonough delivers some right hands. Out of nowhere, John Cena's music then hits and makes his way down to the ring, revealing himself to be the third partner of Truth and Miz. Cena tags in and hits a couple of flying shoulder tackles on McDonough, then sends him crashing into the mat. Truth and Miz then follow suit with Balor and Dominic before Awesome Truth and Cena hit a couple triple five knuckle shuffles on Judgment Day. Truth, Miz, and Cena then follow up with a triple attitude adjustment, then pin the Judgment Day for the win. So they pick up the win. After the match, John Cena celebrates with The Miz and R-Truth. We get a video package recapping Bronson Reed winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal this past Friday on SmackDown. We head to the back where Bronson Reed says he wants to break his opponents during his tonight's number one contenders match in the fatal four-way match. Reed then vows to teach each of his opponents a lesson in Raw dominance. We get a promo hyping up this Friday's post-WrestleMania 40 episode of SmackDown. We then see Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley and Dirty Dominic Mysterio walking backstage. Ripley says that Andrade was a problem that needed to be dealt with, not John Cena. Dominic then makes his way to see Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, which allows Liv Morgan to jump Ripley from behind by throwing a chair at her, and it hit her head. That's shocking with CTE on the rise. Morgan then brutally attacks Ripley, which causes the referee and Dominic to separate the two of them. And I liked how the camera just like went back out into the arena. I like those shots. Those shots are like chef's kiss. Next match, we have the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez versus Indy Hartwell. I feel bad for Indy Hartwell is a former NXT champion herself, and she gets this treatment. This is bullshit. So the match starts off Perez offering her hand to Hartwell. Hartwell then looks to shake it, but Perez slaps it away. Perez then pulls Hartwell in a sleeper, but Hartwell escapes and hits Perez with a shoulder tackle. Hartwell then goes for an elbow drop, but Perez avoids it and hits a drop kick on Hartwell's knee. Perez then hits a side Russian leg sweep on Hartwell and begins targeting Hartwell's left knee. Hartwell then sends Perez crashing into the mat, then hits a few offhand strikes and charges at Perez in the corner. Perez then moves out of the way and sends Hartwell crashing onto the top turnbuckle. Perez then hits an uppercut on Hartwell, but LeRae grabs Perez's ankle from the outside. Hartwell then questions what LeRae just did, opening the door for Perez to take advantage. Perez then reeks Hartwell's eyes, then hits her with a boot to her midsection and follows up with Pop Rocks for the win. Oh my God, another champion wins. It's crazy. It's a crazy concept to actually have the champion win. We get a recap of Sami Zayn Intercontinental Champion win at WrestleMania 40 before we see Zayn walking backstage being congratulated by main event Jey Uso on his big victory. Commentary then announced that we will hear from Sami Zayn. We then see WWE NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez bump into Natalya backstage. Natalya then says she will see Roxanne tomorrow night on NXT. Perez then corrects Natalya and says she will see on her show. WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn then makes his way down to the ring as he will address the WWE Universe. Zayn starts off by saying he has been lucky in the past few years at WrestleMania, and he has done some pretty historic things. Zayn then says he really wanted to do something historic this year, and he did. Zayn also says the person who really made history, the Ring General, Gunther, with 666. Oh, yeah. Couldn't they just wait another day? That's a little weird. I'm sorry. As Intercontinental Champion, Zayn gives Gunther his flowers and says he is the best Intercontinental Champion of all time, but he beat him. Zayn then says he can't take credit because he had a lot of help from fans. Zayn also says fans helped him believe in himself. Seeing his wife and son before his WrestleMania match against Gunther helped him, and seeing his brother Kevin Owens helped him. So Imperium's music then hits, and Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci make their way down to the ring. Kaiser says Gunther put in tons of hard work and dedication to make the Intercontinental Champion the most prestigious title of all of WWE, and it breaks his heart to see someone like Zayn holding that title. Kaiser then congratulates the WWE Universe on having a new Intercontinental Champion that looks like a bum. Then says he and Vinci are at ringside to make things right. Vinci and Kaiser then surround Zayn on the outside and jump up on the apron. Alpha Academy's music then hits, and Chad Gable makes his way down to the ring to even up the odds. Vinci and Kaiser then jump off the apron. A video package was shown of Sheamus making his way to back to WWE. Great. So we have a tag team title match. We have Sami Zayn and Chad Gable versus Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. The match starts off with Gable and Vinci. Vinci hits a chop on Gable, then follows up with a crossbody and tags in Kaiser. Kaiser then hits an open palm strike on Gable, but Gable sends him crashing into the mat and tags Zayn in. Zayn then hits a double axe handle on Kaiser off the middle rope, then follows up with an elbow drop. Vinci then tags in and hits an uppercut on Zayn before Kaiser tags back in. Vinci and Kaiser are sent crashing onto the outside, and Gable jumps off the top rope with a splash to level them both. Gable then sends Vinci back inside the ring and hits a crossbody on Vinci off the top rope, then tags Zayn back in. Zayn then hits a blue thunder bomb on Kaiser. Gable and Vinci then tags in. Gable hits some strikes on Vinci. Gable then hits a boot to Vinci's midsection, then follows up with a blockbuster. Gable then hits an atomic drop and a suplex on Vinci. Gable then hits Vinci with a diving headbutt and climbs to the top rope and looks to fly. Vinci moves out of the way and tags in Kaiser. Kaiser then hits an Itagiri on Gable and hits him with a Imperium bomb with Vinci. Kaiser then goes for a pin, but Zayn breaks the fall. Vinci then tags in and Imperium looks for an Imperium bomb once again. Gable then takes Vinci down, and Kaiser goes for an uppercut off the middle rope. Gable then counters into a German suplex, then hits three more as Zayn goes for does the same to Kaiser. Zayn then puts Vinci in the ankle lock, but Kaiser pulls Gable off the apron and delivers a kick to Zayn to break the hold. Kaiser then delivers right and left hands to Zayn, but Zayn sends him crashing to the outside. Zayn then hits an exploder suplex on Vinci in the corner and follows it up with a haluva kick. Zayn then tags Gable in, and Gable hits Chaos Theory finisher for the win. So Gable and Zayn win. So then after the match, Zayn and Gable hug in celebration. Then we get another recap of WrestleMania 40, this time focusing on Philadelphia Street Fight and Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso match. We head to the back where Jey Uso comments on his win over Jimmy. Jey Uso looks forward to the number one contenders for the Fatal 4-Way main event match. Jey also asks for a yeet from the fans who want to see him earn a title shot. Andrade El Idolo was then shown shaking hands with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, NXT General Manager Ava, and SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. They discuss the upcoming draft before Chelsea Green comes in. Green complains about not being on WrestleMania. Then Pearce and Aldis revealed that Green will have a special matchup against a mystery opponent next. The commentary talk about WrestleMania's WWE 17 consecutive televised event sellouts, pointing out the combined 5-night total attendance for WrestleMania weekend. Singles match: Jade Cargill makes a Monday Night Raw appearance versus Chelsea Green. The match starts off with Green protesting to face Cargill, claiming she didn't agree to the match. Cargill then hits Green with a pump kick. Cargill then hits Green with Jaded for the win, and that is it. Short and sweet, to the point. We head to the back where Sami Zayn and Chad Gable tells Chad Gable that they are now even after let him pin Vinci earlier tonight. Gable then says they aren't, and Zayn says since he knows what he wants more than anything, he's willing to give him a shot at the Intercontinental Champion next week in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre then makes his way down to the ring to address the audience. McIntyre starts off by saying what happened last night after he won the World Heavyweight Champion is complete BS. McIntyre then says his moment lasted only 5 minutes and 45 seconds and tells Seth freaking Rollins that he respects him for giving him that moment to share that only warriors understand. McIntyre then says Damian Priest screwed that moment up, then says the Money in the Bank briefcase is a complete joke for messing up two of his title wins. McIntyre then calls Priest for a transitional Priest a transitional champion and puts him on notice. Then he blames CM Punk for causing the whole thing to happen. McIntyre then says he did what he said he would do and had his moment at WrestleMania, all while Punk put on the headset and made jokes. McIntyre then continues to express his anger with Punk and says he thought it was bad when he tore his tricep. He is targeting his weakest body part next, and that is his entire body. So we're going to set up and we're going to get right to the next match, which is the number one contendership, the Fatal 4-Way, which is Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, Ricochet, and McIntyre. Now, the match between CM Punk and McIntyre, when it happens, it's going to be fucking epic. This storyline is going to be fucking epic. I cannot wait. And I think Punk, legitimately, I think he's cleared. I think I give it right after Backlash. This is where he's going to come back and say, I'm medical cleared and yada, yada, yada. And this is where we're going to start to build for his match. Or it could be even later. So the match starts off with McIntyre brawling with Jey Uso as Bronson Reed and Ricochet go at it. Reed and McIntyre then nail Jey Uso and Ricochet before McIntyre delivers some right hands to Reed. Reed then hits McIntyre with a suplex, then clotheslines Jey Uso out of the ring. Ricochet then sends Reed crashing on the outside, and McIntyre ends up there as well. Ricochet then goes flying off the top rope to level everyone. McIntyre then pins Ricochet, but Jey breaks up the fall. McIntyre then charges at Jey, but Jey sends him crashing to the outside over the top rope as we see the table has been set up one of the corners. Reed then hits Jey Uso with an elbow drop, then lands a hip attack in the corner and knocks Ricochet out. Reed then looks to send Jey Uso crashing through the table with a razor's edge, but Jey slips off his shoulders. Reed then picks up Jey and sends him crashing through the table. Ricochet then hits Reed with a enziguri and delivers a second one on McIntyre. Ricochet then lands some strikes on both men in opposite corners, but McIntyre catches him and hits him with a belly-to-belly suplex. Reed then sends Ricochet across the ring, then stares McIntyre down. Both men exchange chops, and Reed hits McIntyre with a splash in the corner. McIntyre then responds with a Michinoku driver and goes for the pin, but Jey breaks up the fall. Jey then hits a super kick on McIntyre, then nails him with a second one. Jey also hits Ricochet with a super kick and one for Reed as well. Jey and Ricochet then hit a couple of double super kicks to Reed, and Jey hits an enziguri on Ricochet. Ricochet then responds with a knee, but Reed hits him with a clothesline. Jey then hits Reed with a spear and pins him, but McIntyre breaks up the fall. McIntyre then and Jey then teeter on the top rope, but Jey drapes McIntyre from his knees and hits him with a headbutt. McIntyre then pulls Jey off the top rope, but Ricochet hits him with a drop kick to his chest. Reed then powerbombs Ricochet onto McIntyre, then hits Ricochet with a Death Valley driver and goes for a pin. Ricochet then kicks out of, and Reed lands a running senton. Reed then looks to climb to the top, but McIntyre prevents him from doing so. Reed then hits a running shoulder tackle on McIntyre from the apron, then clears an announce desk. McIntyre then sends a Glasgow kiss and sends Reed crashing into the ring post, then puts him on the announce desk. Jey then hits a tope suicida on McIntyre. Ricochet then climbs to the top rope and hits a 450 splash on Reed through the announce desk. Jey then delivers right hands to McIntyre in the ring, but McIntyre responds with a future shock DDT and kips up. McIntyre then goes for a claymore, but CM Punk appears and grabs his ankle from the outside. This is allows Jey Uso to hit a spear and the Uso splash off the top rope for the win. The winner for the end, he will be facing probably Damian Priest in Backlash in 3 weeks. After the match, Jey Uso celebrates his victory and stands tall as Punk is mocking McIntyre by waving his hands up and down, and the show comes to a close. And that is it. That is it. That is finite. So SmackDown is going to be the fallout of WrestleMania. So that should be interesting. And we're now building to Backlash, and the poster for Backlash is fucking amazing. So you should really go take a look at that. What you also could do is please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications. So when I go live, upload a video, or do a short, you will know about it. Please follow me on my social media pages, which are Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X/Twitter, TikTok, on Cameo, all Mel's Mat Chat. And if you really want to, I really don't post that much on Snapchat because of what they did to me, but follow me on there, Mel's Mat Chat 510. I'm trying to simplify it a little. This was what I was dealt with. And you could also go and do me a favor, go and support these lovely people. Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com, Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com, and Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Please go check out House of Glory. They have 3 events coming up. We have May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, which is La Casa del Gloria. Phoenix will be taking on his brother, Penta El Zero Mieno. Sexy Star versus Violet. Psycho Clown versus Mike Santana for the HOG World Heavyweight Championship. May 24th, The War Within. Ken Broadway challenges AJ Francis, which is top dollar, to a 3-on-3 match. And Saturday, May 25th, Boston. El Helio Vikingo might be there. If not, you could see Mustafa Ali versus Mike Santana. Now, next week at 2 p.m. on Thursday, I will be doing episode 337 because my son will be coming home Friday at noon. I will be covering House of Glory, which Saturday night I will be posting this on my X feed and on here, which is Twitter on a note. Not Twitter, YouTube. Saturday night, right after Collision, I'm going live with the preview and predictions for Dynasty. So check that out. And then right after Dynasty, I don't care how late it is, I'm going live with the review. So that is that. I want everybody to have a great Friday. Please do me a favor. Go check out the content. That was WrestleMania 40. It's on the channel and all the rest of my content. I love you all. Have a great weekend and enjoy. I love you.